Hey folks, trying to get my camera right. Today Adam is gonna attack his burn pile. We've been working on building this burn pile for a while, and it's hard to find a day that's not rainy but it's also not windy. So he's working on it today, but the pile is pretty wet. He's got some kind of a blower, a leaf blower over there to try to put some oxygen underneath it. He's got a burn permit, so we'll see how it goes. There you go. Keep it blowing. It's a pretty good sized pile. What you think, Tricky? Are you having fun? Yeah, big girl. Yeehaw! Look at that fluffy tail. Hello, Bobo. We generally have dogs with fluffy tails. I think that's the trend in our house. Bobo, say hi. The chickens are quite interested on their side of the little orchard fence over there. That's Ruru. He's making sure that our burn pile is not threatening his hens. That's cute. He's got Buttercup, and who is that? And that's Sheena next to him. Interesting. Some of the others must be laying. Let's go see if we can. Oh, they're under that tree over there. Yeah, they're taking cover. There's a few more over there. There's Bibby, Henny Penny, Brownie. I came out to the garden to look at my elderberry trees. And it is January 14th. And they've got little buds on the end. This is my oldest tree. This one, it's like 1.5 years old. The other ones are a good bit smaller. Yeah, look at this. Oh my goodness, this is on one of the smaller ones. It's got quite a bit of new growth. This is my one lavender plant, which bizarrely seems to be thriving in the winter. I can't figure out lavender here at all. I've killed so much lavender. This is the only one that's ever survived. That's new growth right there. And it has an anthill that's all down in the bottom of it that I can't seem to get rid of no matter what I do. I'm afraid to mess with it too much because I'd be sure to kill it. It's in a pot with an elderberry because I thought for sure that the lavender was going to die. So I thought I was safe putting an elderberry in with it. And now I've got both of them in one tire container. It's a big tire and it's open in the bottom. They have plenty of root space. But these elderberries tend to splay out like this. Hope that's all right. I really don't know much about them. We'll see how much we get this summer. I'd like to really harvest all the fruit and make some jam or something. Well, it's an absolutely gorgeous day. This is Friday, January 15th, I believe. It's so beautiful outside. This is what I mean when I tell people that southern summer is like a northern winter. Because in a northern winter, the weather's terrible outside, and you only go outside if you're doing a snow or ice sport. Otherwise, you kind of stay indoors. Nobody just goes for walks in the winter. Well, that's what it's like in the south in the summer. It's horrible outside in the south in the summer. And you don't go outside unless you're doing a water sport so you can stay cool. But the winters down here are just gorgeous. And in the middle of January, it is 60 degrees. I'm wearing a turtleneck and a barn coat, a pair of sweatpants and a pair of boots, no gloves, no hat, no scarf. It's a little breezy. Can you hear the oak tree leaves blowing? Isn't that nice? So I came outside today because my heart was longing to be outside instead of cooped up in the house. And I got the big loppers, and oh, sorry about the traffic. It can be a little loud. I got the big loppers, and I cut all of the nasty honeysuckle vine. Honeysuckle is lovely, but not in your knockout roses. And we only have 3 of our knockout roses left out of 6 that have survived these years. So, but one of them is huge. And that's the only one I had left to cut the vines out of. So I took my big loppers and got down as well as I could underneath and cut the vines down by the ground. They'll grow back, but at least they won't have the advantage. You have to do that every year so they don't have the advantage too much going in, and your rose bush will survive. So I did the last rose bush. Chopped a few things in my west-facing bed. I cut back the hosta spears, but I like to know where the hostas are, so I leave a little bit there. Cut off one of my lemongrass a bit, and then wondered if it's better to not cut it back so that the water and stuff can't get down into those stems. I really want to see if my lemongrass will survive over winter. I have a friend just 12 minutes away who says her lemongrass overwinters here, and I thought ours did not, so I'm going to see. Oh, and that oak tree that you can hear the leaves rustling, it had vines. There it is. Here, I'll show it to you. You swing around. All right. Oh yeah, there it is. See, it's the only one with leaves. I have such a hard time with my camera. There it is back there. Anyway, it had terrible vines in it. Let me switch hands here. Will that work? Hope so. It had terrible vines in it, so I cut those out. I was just honestly, and I cut off some suckers at the bottom of our Japanese magnolia tree. I was just honestly looking for things to do so I could stay out longer. And then I decided I would just sit on the back porch, back deck, and let the dogs out with me. Where'd Tricky go? Tricky! Oh, she was lying down. Hey, Tricky. Okay, so there's Tricky. Say hi, Tricky. Yes, you good girl. You such a good girl. Okay, and there's Bobo. He's being good. Okay. So they came out to join me. Anyway, but I must say, now winter can be cold down here. If the wind blows and the rain comes, oh, when it's wet, it's just bone-chilling wet. But on a day like this, with the sun, it's mixed sun and cloud. And it's just, we have pine trees on this side of the house, really tall pine trees. They go way up. I'm always amazed they don't fall in the hurricanes. And then on the other side, that's our carport. And then on the other side, we have those huge pecan trees. What a canopy that is. Such a beautiful thing. So, honestly, if I knew what we were having for supper, I could pull out the grill and cook on the grill, but I don't know what we're going to do for supper. Adam's doing the blood drive today. And Julia's working, so I had the house to myself, which is really nice. I could go snip off my Lady Banks rose. You know, it's not growing in a full sun situation. I think if it were, it would be bigger. I'm not sure. It's long, but it's not full yet. Of course, it's only about 3 years old, 4 years old. So I could go snip some ends off of that. That would give me something to do. But I do like just sitting. I don't do this very often, just sit and enjoy. Oh, and the burn pile that we tried to do yesterday, it never did take. It's just too wet. The burn pile itself is too wet. It was a perfect day for burning, but it just didn't do. Anyway, so that was what was on my agenda today. Pretty nice weather down here. If any of you are miserable up north and really wish you could live in a place that does have some cold weather, has nice warm summers, but you really don't want to go to Florida or Texas, where it's 106 degrees on a normal afternoon, then coastal North Carolina is a nice place to be. If it does get hot, you just hop in your boat and get out on the water. It's really sweet. All right. Thanks for joining me. See you later.